Welcome back to another video here on Duel Links Central. I'm your host D Free, and today we're going to go ahead and talk about the newest box set or mini box set that's coming to the game. So they recently released some structure decks. Nowadays they're going to go ahead and just put out a new box, which is fine with me. I do kind of feel like they may be incorporating this stuff a little bit too fast. At this pace, they're basically putting out one box a month, which is fine. Once again, one box a month, but I don't know if which I'm glad that they've been doing things like Duelathon and stuff to allow you guys that are free to play to get more gems and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's just because the structure decks came out. That may have honestly kind of thrown off my scale for this. But either way, we're getting a new set, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing because I am building up this channel. You guys may know me from my other channel. That's fine, but I want to get this channel up and running, and I will be doing, subscriber duels and things like that and getting the streaming once this channel gets a little bit bigger. So we'll see what we can do there. Now, they do have basically a full video kind of showing it off. I don't know if I'm going to show it here, but we can go ahead and link it in the description for you guys for sure. Let's go ahead and turn that stuff down. The fifth mini box. Dawn of Destiny. Check out these new cards. So this is like that other one where they're basically showing you how to go ahead and use different combos in the deck. They did this for Crimson Kingdom, and they had a video like this for the structure decks as well. So I do like that Konami is doing this. They're kind of beating the data miners to the punch, but they're showing us how to use the new cards. All right, so I do really like that Tribute to the Doomed is coming. It was really annoying having Bakura use that in his previous event. So this is one combo. So for Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, or Nephites, whatever. All right, so they met the requirement for a magical exemplar to special summon the hand of Nephthys, and from there they can bring out the Phoenix. And he conveniently has 2,400 life points. Go for game. That's lethal. Conveniently 2,400. Yeah, and they do have other combos in here. I think they use some Naturia cards. Yeah, they are. Right there. There's some zombie support and other things like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at, I'll link that for you guys down below. Otherwise, you guys can kind of just search his name. I mean, it's not hard to find. But if you're not subscribed to that OCG channel, go ahead and subscribe over there because that's pretty much where they post most of this stuff nowadays. So they have new stuff. Like I said, the URs are Sacred Phoenix and Tribute to the Doom. Tribute to the Doom allows you to discard one card from your hand. That's really scary in this game because it can be comboed with something like Kid Moto Dragon. And it's like, oh, I destroyed your blue eyes, but I could pop my own blue eyes out because he shouldn't miss the timing for that. So Tribute to the Doomed is crazy good in this game. You just saw it in use in a similar way. You discarded a card, then it allowed her the user of the video to chain it in a different way to be able to play the Phoenix eventually. But it allows it to destroy one monster on the field, face up or down. Very good card. So the Sacred Phoenix, his effect is, during your next standby phase, after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, i.e. something like a Tribute to the Doomed, something that would destroy a monster on the opponent's side of the field, something like Tribute to the Doomed or Order to Charge, things like that. We're going to see these cards start to become more prevalent, which is why I'm glad that they kind of put this out, Tribute to the Doomed, because people are going to run it. That gives you literally a reason to run the Sacred Phoenix, whereas there might not have been much of a reason most of the time to run this card in the meta. So that's cool. Special summon it from the graveyard. When you do, destroy all spell or trap cards in the field. I think Vampire Lord has a very similar effect. He comes back. So I think both of these cards kind of go to the graveyard via effects and then come back. So that's cool. So we have Ill Blood as an SR. This card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field. So it's a Gemini monster. Okay. Or in the graveyard. While this card is face up on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become an effect monster with the effect. Once per turn, you can special summon one zombie monster from your hand or from either player's graveyard. When this card leaves this field, destroy all zombie-type monsters special summoned by this card's effect. That is really good. Ill Blood is actually really, really, really good with a Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, cards of the Redstone, deck like that with Gozukis and stuff. There's a lot of milling to the graveyard. This card is very, 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 very good, actually. I'm honestly surprised he's just a SR. He could probably warrant being a UR in this game, to be honest. It has a lot of versatility, but along with zombie cards only. So that's the one knock on him, but it has a lot of versatility. So we're getting another one of these hex-sealed fusion cards. So the Earth-based one is in the card trader, and the Dark one is a summonable card, or I guess a pullable card. You can substitute this card for any one fusion material monster, but the other fusion material monsters must be correct. You can tribute fusion summon monsters on the field, including this face-up card. Special summon one corresponding dark fusion monster from your extra deck. So keep in mind with this thing, I'm assuming it's going to work the same way as the Earth one. If this is on the field and the other required fusion material monsters are on the field, you can tribute all of them and bring out the requisite fusion material monster from your extra deck. But you don't get the fusion summon bonus because you never really fused them. They just basically got tributed together. So that's a little bit of a different usage, but it is a substitute card. There are a lot of fusion substitute cards. Basically what that means is you can have a card that requires, say for example, Master of Oz. You can have Death Kangaroo in this card, and then you can basically use polymerization and fuse them both together as opposed to having the big koala, and it would allow you to bring out Master of Oz. So very, very good card either way. So they're showing off some possible combos here. I think these are the ones that are in the deck. So once Magical Exemplars face up on the field, activate Tribute to the Doom, discard Hand of Nephthys, and then since you have a level 2 monster in your graveyard, activate Magical Exemplars effect, special summon Hand of Nephthys that you discarded at a cost. This is basically the video breakdown. Hand of Nephthys effect, you contribute this card and one other monster to special summon one Sacred Phoenix from your hand or deck. So Nephthys is really good. The Hand of Nephthys, that is. You basically have to tribute it and another monster, but it lets you bring it out from the deck, so that's really good. Even if your opponent has monsters on the field, you can turn the tide of the duel with Tribute to the Doomed. Yeah, you saw what they did. They basically eliminated their field and were able to bring out a powerful monster and go for a game. Now, that wouldn't be the case if it's like, early duel or whatever, or maybe you just simply are late game, but you haven't inflicted damage. You would need a couple of turns to win in most cases because it's only a 2400 monster. So they're showing off the Naturias right here, and then the Fire Kings. I don't really know too much about the Fire Kings. I'm going to have to look into that archetype. And then here we have the card list. So they've listed ratings for them. I'd honestly say Tribute to Doom gets a flat 10. It's incredible. Either way. We have Mirage Knight. Let's go and take a look at Mirage Knight. We're going to look at some of these SRs, and we'll get up out of here afterwards. So I believe this card requires another card. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by Dark Flare Knight. I knew it. I remember this card. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. During damage calculation only, this card gains attack equal to the original attack of the opponent's monster it is battling. It's basically like a Metamorph on steroids. During the end phase of a turn, this card attacked or was attacked, banish it. Okay, so you basically, that's a one card go for game, and it works really well in a game like this because you only have 4,000 life points. So that's actually really good. We've seen Magical Exemplar. Skull Conductor is, we'll actually pull up Magical Exemplar because I didn't actually read its effect. But Skull Conductor is a card that Bakura was running. So each time a spell card is activated, place 2 counters on this card when the spell card resolves. Once per turn, you can remove any number of spell counters from this card. Special summon one spellcaster type monster from your hand or graveyard whose level is equal to the number of spell counters you removed. So it doesn't have to be a level 2, but it could be a level 4 if you have 4 counters on it or whatever the case is. So that card has a lot of versatility, actually. It's very solid. Skull Conductor. If this card is face up on the field, at the end of the battle phase, destroy this face up card. So it doesn't want to be face up, okay? You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, especially summon up to 2 zombie monsters from your hand whose combined attack is exactly 2,000. Wow. Wow. That has a lot of versatility, too. Especially when we get more cards that are better zombie cards. That actually has a lot of versatility. Heavy Knight of the Flame, Molten Destruction, and Super Rush Headlong. We'll pull those 3 up. All right, Heavy Knight of the Flame is a Gemini monster, so more Gemini support. That's cool. This card is treated as a normal monster, traditional Gemini stuff. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacked a special summon monster, you can banish that monster. Huh. If they special summon something, you can basically banish it, no matter what it is. So basically, like Kaiba Man into Blue Eyes, you just attack with this thing, Blue Eyes is gone. Huh. It says during the damage step, so I'm assuming that means you would still take battle damage, but still. Very good. All fire monsters. Oh, the first fire field spell. Gain 500 attack and lose 400 defense. I thought that was what that was, too. Very good for fire cards. They needed something like that because I didn't really see much of a reason in running them. They need more support, too. Super Rush Headlong. Target one face-up monster you control and declare one attribute. If that target battles an opponent's monster with the attribute this turn, destroy that opponent's monster at the start of the damage step. Okay. It's a quick play spell, too, so utility there. We do have the R cards here. Death Wombat. Ooh, I like that card. I'm not really going to go through all of this. Dark Flare Knight, I think that's a fusion of Flame Swordsman, Dark Magician, right? Is that right? Am I right? Ooh, girl, I remembered it. It's been a long time since I've seen these cards, man. I haven't seen these cards since their initial release in the TCG. It has been years. More Dark Magician support, though. You take no battle damage from battles involving this card. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon one. Oh, my God. That thing is really good. And it's a dark monster. So, like, you don't even have to run Flame Swordsman because Flame Swordsman isn't very good. And going out of your way to run Flame Swordsman is not very good either because you have to run his fusion materials. You can just run 3 of those dark fusion material monsters we talked about. 3 Dark Magicians. You don't even need polymerizations if you can pop them onto the field, but I'd probably run polymerizations and maybe a Fusion Sage or 2. And Dark Flare Knight is really good. Into Mirage Knight, that actually could be a scary good deck. It's just, you know, fusions are very good, but they lack utility. I mean, fusions, I don't see them as being a top-tier meta deck. You know, cards like Dark Paladin can kind of counter the meta in ways, but, like, I don't know. They need more, and I'm glad that they're getting it either way. Dark Flare Knight, though, is really good. Okay, we have Fusion Tag. I wonder what that is. I don't know what that is, actually. I'm going to freaking close that. I keep clicking it. All right. Ooh, Sparkman. Sparkman. Oh, is that foreshadowing for E-Heroes? Target one monster you control. Reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck. And if you do, the targeted monster's name can be treated as the... If used for a... Wait. Target one monster you control. Reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck. And if you do, the targeted monster's name can be treated as the revealed fusion monsters if used for a fusion. Oh, that could be sneaky good in this game. That could be sneaky good in this game. I'm going to have to talk about that a little more when the cards come up, but that could be sneaky good in this game. Ooh, Vampire Lady and Baby. I'm going to leave this link down below for you guys to click on if you want to take a look at it. But pretty much that's it. I'd say that this is a really good mini box set. I think it's better than the last one we got, which was, I believe, the Baboon one, the Beast one. I did go ahead and get 3 copies of all that, of course, because I'm a paying player. But I don't even use them, so I kind of regret it. And I thought that the Beast deck was pretty cool to play with for a while, but I kind of lost fun in it because it is kind of like auto. Like, they just pop out a whole bunch of monsters, so it is what it is. But this is a very good set. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in this. Maybe you're going to cool off on the game until the next actual big box drops, which would probably be next month. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you guys later on. Peace out, guys.